So posture is one of the most underestimated things that I see when I see people train, or when I hear people talk about goals or what they're trying to achieve. It kind of just gets ignored. People look at fitness or fat loss or anything. But if you're someone who has joint pain, whether it's in your upper back, your shoulders, your lower back, your hips, your knees, whether you're someone who's trying to lift better, so do better squats or lunges or deadlifts, perform better. If you're even an athlete and you're trying to become more explosive, dynamic, like genuinely there is no one in the gym who shouldn't be looking at their posture and trying to improve their posture and trying to lift with good posture and good form. The way like everyday lives are now, we sit at desks loads, we get rounded, we sit in our car, we get tight hips, everything's very sedentary, lots of the stuff that we do. And this isn't anyone in particular, this is 99% of people, which is why, again, posture should be at the top of the priority list. Mainly, there's two types of posture. Well, there's actually a third. If you've got scoliosis, just go and see a doctor. I can't help you about that. But you've got two main types of posture. You've got kyphosis, where we round the upper back and we get this way, lots of typing at keyboards, etc. And then we've got lordosis, which is a rounding in the lower back, which again, if you sit down at a desk a lot or you drive a lot of miles, especially if you're in a low type of car, really get right tight hip flexors, what happens is the pelvis tilts forward, the butt sticks out, and we get a lot of pressure on our back. So when you come to train, you should be doing exercises at the beginning of your warm-up. Any of my private clients that come on to train with, I screen them first, and then I make sure that their warm-up is actually a mobility postural exercise warm-up, so that they're improving their posture, they're improving their range of motion, they're getting rid of any joint pain, and they're really getting the most out of their training. They're not just doing a fitness workout or whatever it might be. It's much more specific than that. And I encourage anyone that's listening to this now, that if you are training and you're trying to get fitter, then make sure, instead of just coming in and plod along on a treadmill on a cross trainer for a warm-up or whatever, get a screening done, get some postural movements done, so you can work that range of motion, so you can start actually living joint-free, living without any back pain, shoulder pain, anything like that. And you can actually start training better and performing better and lifting better. Honestly, it's just such a better way to go. So let me just give you two real quick things here that I can give you, one for the upper body and one for the lower body. So the first one's for the upper body. Now I've got just a gym bar here. You might use a broom or something at home, or just a piece of wood or a golf club or anything like that. But this is going to help open up the chest and the pecs. Our chest often gets very tight, our shoulders get rounded. So all we're going to do is put our hands nice and wide apart. If you can't do this with one of those, you can always get a resistance band out of the gym. And we're literally just going to go nice straight arms all the way around, open up the chest and back. And this is a really great exercise to get the shoulder blades moving, open up those chest muscles and make your posture better before you train. And for our lower body, loads of us get really tight hips, what we call a hip flexor right at the top here that gets mega tight. Now I've just got a low box here. You might use a chair or your sofa or a bench in gym, whatever. What I would say is, what I don't have a mat or anything. Make sure you put a cushion or a pillow or mat under the knee, because otherwise it can hurt. But what you're going to do is bring this foot up elevated. The higher you can get it, the better in a way. But then all we're going to do is feel like we push the hip forward and raise our hands up above our head. And that gives us a great stretch through this front hip flexor, and is magnificent if you get really tight hips. There's just two things that you can do in a warm-up to work on your mobility and your posture. I massively recommend them. If you are someone who wants to lift better, if you get joint pain, or if you actually just want to know what a proper warm-up should be like, please drop me a DM. I'm happy to help, give some advice, give some pointers, and give you some more exercises that might help you. Let me know what you thought about that video today in the comments below. Catch you soon.